Hello my friends, this is Regular Slasher and thank you for watching my videos as usual. Yeah. In this clip, for I do believe that every clip that I make is of importance, and this is why I wanted to record this for you and as well as for myself, because I do believe that there's a Japanese philosophy of emptying your cup. What does that cup stand for? It's the cup of knowledge, that when it is already full of your stock knowledge, and then putting in more knowledge to the cup is useless because it just overflows and then ruins the floor, man. Yeah. Anyways, the topic for today is that things to remember before visiting a dojo for the first time. Yeah. Number one, it's research. I do believe that in this social media age, information age tends to be very much available, and then all you need to do is to look them up, the dojo of your choice, and every dojo for that matter is that they always have their own locations. They always have their own locations pasted on a social media page, and if you are not sure, you can always give them a call and then wait for the response or whatever, or ask around. Try asking around with your friends, with your family, if this dojo really is there in that location, especially if they live close to it. Yeah. Not only the location, but I'm very sure that every dojo has posted their social media, not only in their social media, but on all kinds of visible platforms, their schedules, or if there are any changes to it, it should be available. So that's the point. But if you're not sure, you can always look it up, or the phone is always there. Alright? You don't want to be this guy who is so clueless, just waltzing inside the dojo location, yet it turns out that there are no classes there. So with that, take advantage of the availability of the information due to the social media age. And personally, I want to thank the one above for it. Thank God for it, because we are living now in a time where information is freely available. Yeah. Second thing is a proper protocol. What is this proper protocol that I'm talking about? It is, I know that this is not new to us, but whenever we enter somebody else's house, we knock, and then we let the host know that we are already there at the doorstep, and then we are ready, like, may I come in? Like that. So that's pretty much basic, but in a traditional dojo, in this case, you might want to observe like their own protocols. Like, after knocking, you bow to the front, the dojo front, or if you see the layout, so there's usually, when you enter the door, so there's an altar, there's a simple altar, so you want to bow there in that direction, and then you just simply ask the sensei if can I observe the classes. So one problem that I noticed here is that beginners usually are very shy about this one, so I recommend you to not be very shy, and then just actually ask the head or the sensei over there, because even if they do not tell you directly, they actually appreciate it, because oh, there's another newcomer inquiring and is very proactive about it. So even if he doesn't say a word, you can see just the slightest smile on his face, because he knows that you appreciate what they do. Alright? So when it comes to proper protocol, just give him a knock, just look at the dojo front, then give a slight bow. It doesn't have to be over 30 degrees bow, but it's there to make it clear that you are not being aggressive or anything. And then you ask directly if you can take an observation to the classes, and most likely they will say yes, and then they will just point you to a corner where you can sit freely. Alright? So next, body language. So if you come across as an asshole to the sensei or to the students around there, for example, you cross your arms and then you make your face like this while observing the class. Again, even if your sensei doesn't say a word about it, he will just make a mental note, although this person is not really here to learn, but only to compare, or perhaps, I don't know, make a show out of himself by... The point is, he's not there to learn, alright? So, needless to say, the sensei will not be entertaining the guy, or you for that matter, and then move on. Yeah. Next is when you come to the dojo for the first time, you want to make an observation class. You want to set yourself some time in order to observe a class, and you might want to come to the dojo earlier, about 10 to 20 minutes earlier. And then when the actual classes come, so you make a knock, you knock on the door, and then bow to the dojo front, and then the sensei will usually lead you to where you want to sit, or which corner that they would like you to sit, and then observe the classes. In fact, the appreciation is there because, oh, this guy must be serious, because he came to the class earlier than my own students. So you might want to make that good impression, and then it eventually becomes a habit when you want to sign up there. You might become an asset depending on your relationship with your sensei and the other students, right? Yeah. And also, not only being there earlier, but you might want to give yourself 10 minutes after the practice ends, because that's a perfect time, to me, at least to me, to ask more questions, specific questions that you have in mind, and then you can finally leave into the day or work, have some coffee or anything like that, as long as you have your questions being answered satisfactorily. Careful not to ask questions that are personal in nature though, because those are totally unrelated. Keep your questions as close to the what's the activities usually, or what kind of curriculum you have, or any beginners classes that I may take aside from this schedule, aside from this current schedule, or something like that, and you're good to go actually. Yeah. So to all the beginners who want to enter the dojo for the first time, you might want to watch this video until the end, and you want to thank me later. And also, of course, if you have any questions there, just add in the comments section so that we can have a healthy dialogue, I do believe, and then more useful information nonetheless. Yeah. That's it, my friends. And if you like what you just saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And especially if you click the notification bell. You'll be the very first person to know that I have made up some new content containing new information that could be useful for me to you in the future. Yeah. This is Regular Slasher signing off. Thank you. Much love. And どうもありがとうございました。Yeah. And cut.